Hi friends, welcome to Rita's Paper Motif. Today I wanted to hop on and to share with you a gift card holder that I made. It's with a Christmas theme. Of course, you know we're doing Christmas cards the easy way right now. So we have another couple weeks of this. And so I just wanted to show you a gift card holder because I really haven't done a video on one, so I wanted to go ahead and do that. So before we get started though, let me introduce myself to those of you that might be new. I'm Rita here at Rita's Paper Motif. I like to create card designs, scrapbook pages, and 3D projects. I like to share them with you in hopes that it will inspire you to create and to share with those that matter in your life. And if you like this kind of thing, please consider following me here at Facebook. Your likes and comments are appreciated. If you're watching on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell icon, and then you'll be notified every time I upload new content. You also can find me at ritaspapermotif.com. That's my blog and website. That is probably the place most of the time that is most current. I am behind on it right now, but I am catching up. So anyway, let's get started. So this is the little gift card holder that I created. This is kind of like my experiment. So it's kept closed with ribbon that is put on the back of the card. And then your gift card can go right in here. You could write a message here if you wanted to. You could write a message on the back. And then you can just seal it up with this ribbon. Now we're going to make one very much like that, like this today. So let's get started with that. So I'll tell you what you need. You're going to need one piece of cardstock. It could be any cardstock that you want. I'm doing a Christmas theme, so this happens to be Old Olive, and it measures 3 1/4 by 8 3/4. And then you're going to need a piece of designer series paper. I'm using this side. It is some designer series paper from the Traditions of Christmas. So I'm using that, and I actually have a couple of pieces of that. So we have one that is 3 by 3 3/4, and we have another that is 3 by 3. Then you need a piece of basic white, and that is going to measure 3 by 3 3/4. So same measurement as this designer series paper. And then you need 4 little squares that measure 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. For me, it was pretty important that I had to have that size because of what I'm using to put on top of those squares. So what I did is I took some of the designer series paper that was in the Snow Days. I'll show you what it looks like before you cut it up. So I wanted to do different images, so I did cut up some of these snow globes, and I cut out the little images that are inside. And so those images, I had to cut them down to 1 1/8 by 1 1/8 because they're going to sit on those white squares. And then I cut a piece of basic white down to 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I went ahead and stamped my Christmas greeting on there. So this greeting I did get from the Keeping Traditions stamp set. And what's really great is if you have a stamp positioner, then that makes that easy to stamp. But it's only just a small sentiment, so it's really not that hard. Now, let's go ahead and start making our little card holder. Gift card holder. This is called I'm so sorry, I didn't tell you before. This is called the Quick Matchbook gift card, and this is just a picture of it. This is a sketch from Stampin' Pretty. So I wanted to just share with you that sketches are not just for cards. You can definitely get these sketches for, well, we're using one for a gift card holder, right? So when you're kind of wondering what can I do next or what can I do differently, then take a look at those card sketches and those different sketches for different items. So let's go ahead and create our gift card holder. I'm going to get all of my supplies together here. I thought I had them. All right, so let's start with this. We'll just move all this to this side, and we'll start with our cardstock. So I did tell you that this cardstock is 3 1/4 by 8 3/4. We're going to score it with the long side at the top, and we're going to start scoring it at 3 7/8. So I wrote it down here, 3 7/8. Then we're going to score at, it's hard to see those score lines there. Here's another one at 3 3/4. And then the final score line is going to be at 7 5/8. And then we're going to go ahead and fold on those score lines. So let's just do that. I like to crease it down with my bone folder. So a bone folder is pretty important in my design space. If you get by without it, I guess that's fine, but it really is, it's just nice to have. All right, and then we're going to score at that other score mark that was at 7 5/8. Now this sketch, as I said, did come from Stampin' Pretty. One of our Stampin' Up! Demonstrators that's her website. It's Mary Fish. But I did adjust the measurement so that I could make it work for me. And that's the good thing about these sketches, is that you can adjust them. So now we have something that looks like a matchbook, right? That's why it's called the Matchbook style gift card holder. All right, we're going to go ahead and decorate this, so let's get started. Let's pull out our, let's see, which one do I want? We're going to pull out the 3 by 3 designer series paper. That's going to go right on the front here. So let's go ahead and put that down. Now today I am using my Stampin' Seal. So let me just get going with that, and trying to not have everything here in my way. So this is gorgeous paper, isn't it? This is from the Traditions of Christmas. So that's the beauty of our paper, is that you could use any paper that works with your cardstock. So let me see if I can get this right where I want it. I want a little bit of a margin on all 4 sides. So there we go. Okay, and then let's go ahead and we've done this front part. Let's go ahead and do the back part, or you can do on the inside. So we do have this 3 by 3 3/4, which would normally go back here, and then you can put your white in here if you want to write a message inside, or if you wanted this inside and you want to write your message on the outside. I think I would want my message on the inside. That is personal, so it's up to you. Okay, so let's, and this is my silicone mat. I have recently reorganized my craft space because I couldn't find my silicone mat. And lo and behold, it had slipped under some other things, so there it was. It wasn't hiding, it was just, well, I guess it was hiding, wasn't it? Then I'm going to take that 3 3/4 and I'm going to put this part inside. So you can see that this is quick, very quick, which is really nice, because when we're doing our Christmas things, unless you're following me here on this Christmas Cards the Easy Way, you may find sometimes that you're just in a little zone of hurrying, right? All right, and then we're going to do this part. This is the part that's going to fold up. So let's go ahead and put our sentiment. So I have to think about this now, right? Because I want this to go like this. So I'm going to, I just don't want to get it mixed up. You could definitely put dimensionals on here if you wanted to. I'm not using dimensionals on any of this part. Is that surprising or not? It is. All right, so now we have our little matchbook, but we want to decorate this part too, right? And also we are going to want to go ahead and cut our ribbon. I didn't cut it, and I know I'm cutting way too much, but when I did the other, when I did this card, I felt like I didn't get enough, and then that was a problem. And I'm not going to put the white on the back, so I'm going to show you how I do that. And this is how I've been securing my ribbon, because I can never seem to get those the straight pins out. So anyway, all right, I'm going to flip this way, and I'm going to get my white, basic white squares, and then all my images, because I'm going to put those together. Now remember, the basic white are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then I did not measure these little images because I cut them out so that they would fit on the little white squares. So let me go ahead and do that and get those all taken care of. So we'll do those one by one. Sometimes with these, the glue might be better because you maybe need the opportunity to manipulate your little image. That's definitely something that you could do. Or, since they're so small, there's not a lot of room on here. Now remember that if maybe you're making this this would be a great gift card for Father's Day. So if you needed a little masculine spin on it, you could definitely just change up your cardstock and your designer series paper. So it's pretty versatile. Whoops. Try to get it straight, Rita. All right, some of these images, I felt like I got pretty close to almost cutting them out just to get them on this small square, but I did want something kind of festive, and that's where those punches come in, Christmas punches come in nicely, right? All right, so here we're going to go ahead and put this on our card front right here, and I am going to do 2 of them so I could kind of space it out. Let's see here, I'm going to move this up just a little. Okay, and I love that designer series paper, the Snow Days, because I have been able to use it in so many ways, not just for scrapbooking, which I have used it for that too, but also in card design. So let's see here. Sometimes this plaid helps you to get it straight. I think this one is not quite straight, so let me see if I can get it where I want it. Okay, that's a little better. Let me see. Okay, we have that front part done, right? So now we have to just put this together and then put our ribbon. So I'm going to show you how to make that flap. Now you'll need some tear and tape for that. So I'm going to kind of try and move some of this around so I don't have so much stuff in my way. I guess we don't need these anymore, so I'll move them out. But I'm going to put a little bit of this tear and tape right on the inside of that flap. So that's where the score line is. I don't want my tear and tape on that score line. So I want to be very careful to not put it on the score line, just below it. And so this is something I always have in my craft room because I use it for all my 3D things. Now, if you get that, like we have a little overlap that we don't want there, you can just take your scissors and just cut it off, right? So then we're just going to take off that release paper. And then we're going to, maybe I need a little adhesive right there. All right, so we're just going to fold this over just like that. And that tear and tape will secure it. Guess I was getting just a little chintzy with my Stampin' Seal maybe. All right, so now you can see that we have this matchbox. Now, you also can put the matchbox in like, just like how a regular matchbox would go, right? But you don't really need to because we're gonna seal it with the ribbon. So if you did want to put it like a regular matchbox, you wouldn't want to put the tear and tape all the way up, right? You don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and figure out our ribbon. So I want my ribbon to go all the way around, and then I want it to tie right here. So let's see, trying to get it even. So when I look, I'll look and see at the back, and that looks like that might be a good place. So I'm going to put some tear and tape right there, and I can see I want my tear and tape right there. So let's get that tear and tape out again. Let's see, maybe I could do it, just count up. 1, 2, 3, 3 of these blocks here. You could put a pencil if you want. I don't think that's necessary. All right, let's see, this is the last of my tear and tape, so that was good. Okay, whoop. So we're gonna go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And I have lotion on my hand, so it took the tear and tape release paper off. 1, 2, 3, right here. And then I'm going to put my ribbon. Now you could use any ribbon you want. I just wanted to use this ribbon just to use it. And I'm gonna put it just like that. So the tear and tape is just gonna hold it. You don't need very much, you just want it to be held in place. And then we're through with all that release paper. And then we're just gonna tie a bow. And so it kind of looks like my, there we go. So I'm going to tie a knot first, or kind of start a knot there, right? And then I'm going to start with my bow. So I'll tell you what, I'm not great at tying bows on video, just so you know. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, but okay. And so I'm just going to zhuzh this up. Obviously that's quite loose, isn't it? Quite loose. And I'm going to make the loops a little bit small, because then I'm going to come back and I'm going to pull them tight. Gosh, I'm all thumbs today. Okay, and I'm going to pull them tight. And when I pull them tight, then I'll be able to trim off my ribbon. And I want to zhuzh it up a little. Let's see here. I want these loops even as well. Okay, and so let's just get our scissors and tie this up now. So we want it let's see. Okay. I think I'm through, I think I'm finished messing with the bow. All right, so there we go. There is our gift card. And, you know, I didn't show you inside. I'll show you on this one because I don't want to have to retie that bow, but your gift card can fit like right in here, just like that. And that would be on the same thing in here. So, you know, so then you have a gift card. Now you can put these in stockings. You can give them just as gifts if you want. However you might want to do them is definitely up to you. But there you have it. There's a quick and easy Matchbook gift card holder. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you can find this useful. And again, your comments and hitting those like buttons is helpful. And here is that sketch. And you can find the dimensions again if you missed them, either by a replay or you can go to ritaspapermotif.com and get them all. So thank you so very much for stopping by, and you all have a very great day. Bye now.